Hey everyone, Merric here. We're back in the wonderful world of Universim, and the update has landed! Yay! And we're at 0.07. Boy, this is going to be exciting. So I actually played this update in an episode that I recorded yesterday, but my recording software decided to potato out, and we didn't get any of the video, just all the audio, and it was awesome, but I couldn't post it because there wasn't anything there. So today we're going to do it all over again. And you know what? There's enough there to explore that's okay. So let's start. First and foremost, they implemented water consumption. That's awesome. So you have to actually water your nuggets. That's right. You have to water them. And you see all these little spears of light, like this one coming up? That's where you get your water. Now, it would be cool to just throw down a nugget civilization anywhere. Unfortunately, the water in the lakes is limited. That's right, it's a limited resource that you can run out. So I have found, through extrapolation of thought, that it's important to go out and find a cluster. We're going to go through the word cluster of lakes. Because you can't put water or pull water out of the oceans with the whales. Because it's salt water. So yeah, there you go. So I'm looking for, a couple of light spears together before I drop down my civilization. There's a little cluster. There's too many big rocks in the way of that one. Let's go this way. And so there's been a lot of changes. First and foremost, they have a brand new menu. Well, I tried to show the menu in the last episode, and that's what caused the potatofication of my software. When it changed from the main menu to the game screen, it did not actually change. It stayed in that view. Now, I think random generation of the map is in place because in the last map I had a shitload of water close together, and now I do not. So planet generation might be a thing now, which is kind of awesome. So I think we're gonna go right here. We've got plenty of room to grow, plenty of food, and 2 water sources that we could probably exploit fairly easily. So let's go. Yes! Welcome to the Universim. Thank you. Alright. There we go. Nambu and Manaho have just come into the world in the most inelegant way. Mortals are pretty gross. Yes, indeedy. So there's been a lot of changes, and it's kind of awesome. So let's go ahead and have you gather up. Yeah, wood's fine. First and foremost, let's see if we can see the change log anywhere. I don't think I can anymore within the game. Settings? No. Look at the settings menu! Hopefully this didn't break my recording. Let me make sure. No, we're good. Okay, yeah, that settings menu. That's a lot like what the main menu looks like. It's gorgeous. If you don't have the game, I'm sorry. But if you do have the game, check out that menu. It's actually really pretty. It also has the save and load stuff added. Now, the game doesn't have save and load added, and that's important to point out, but they are beginning to build the foundations of it. Also, look at their water source. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, that's a little lake. That's a little lake with some water. Now, there's a limited amount of water you can pull out of that lake. And I think it's like 10,000 units or something like that. And you can exceed... Oh, there's trees in this lake. Yeah, so the generation isn't perfect yet. You can exceed the lake's water, or the pump's water output very easily. In fact, I think I had to have like 4 pumps going for a small-sized civilization. So we'll have to be aware of that and try to manage our water consumption. But for now, we have to wait for our 2 kids to grow up to help us out. Also, they have talked about implementing more intelligent nuggets that will take care of themselves. So one of the things they could do is if you have farms and food's on the farms, they will go and grab the food from the farm, even if it hasn't been harvested yet, as long as it's ripe or ready to be harvested, and eat that instead of starving to death. So they'll be a little bit more intelligent about being hungry. They will no longer get stuck Alright, cool. Our kids have grown up. Now we have everybody in positions that we need them in. So the first thing we're going to build is we're going to build a constructor's hut. Why are we building a constructor's hut first? That seems silly. Because you have to have a constructor's hut in order to have a water pump. So we're going to try to rush down the water pump just to get water going. So people don't die. You know, we don't want them to die. Anyways, so they're trying to make nuggets more intelligent. They fixed the issue of them getting stuck and starving to death on the distribution center. And they've added in water consumption. As you can see, we now have to consider our nuggets' thirst. Yep, there it is. Thirst. Right there. Thirsty thirst. They've also improved a few things, minor graphical things. They've started reworking some of the menus and user interfaces, and they have stated their plan. So right now we are rushing, well, trundling? No, trundling is not the right word. Trudging towards 0.1, which will be the point in which we come out of pre-alpha and move straight into alpha. Now, what they have said is they're going to stay in the Stone Age, and they're going to focus on getting all of the gameplay mechanics, the core gameplay mechanics, finished for the Stone Age. So what this means is we're not leaving the Stone Age, but we're going to get a more complete gameplay experience for the Stone Age, which I think is a good thing, as long as they're cognizant of the fact that they can't stay in the Stone Age forever, and they can't rush down the other eras just because they want to quickly progress and release them. So, an example of that would be Spore. Spore was a very interesting game concept. It was supposed to be this huge, expansive game where you start out as a microbe and you fight your way and evolve your way up to the land, and then you fight your way, you evolve your way up to building cities and towns, or towns and cities and civilizations, and then you head to the stars and you face off against aliens and you fight other players' factions. That came later. And it was offline, it wasn't real time. But what ended up happening is they focused on the early game to the point where they used all the time that EA was going to give them, and then they were forced to rush the game out, and the end result was you had a really awesome early game, and the late game really fell flat. It was boring, and they couldn't improve it, and they really didn't improve it very much. So the early game, really emergent behaviors, really interesting stuff, and then all of a sudden you just kind of plateau, and you get bored. And that's a real risk for this game, because they can't take forever to develop beyond the Stone Age. They can't maintain player interest that long and public interest that long. So the end result is they have to figure out how to balance and budget not just money but time in developing this early game versus the late game. And my hope is, while they have a team, a team of the bulk of the developers working on making the Stone Age and everything work perfectly, they have one or two people, a designer and a programmer, working on implementing the early stages of the next era. That way, they're not just stuck building one thing, they are designing and developing simultaneously. The benefit of doing that is, as designs and stuff get implemented, they can, in an experimental branch of the game, start seeing what it looks like to transition from one era to the next, and have that polished to the point where when they get ready to implement it, they can just rush the implementation because they've done all this legwork ahead. They're not really rushing the implementation, they're just rapidly implementing it. That's a better way to put it. I hope that's what they do. I don't know if they have the team for it, or if they have the project management skills to do it. We'll have to see. So far, I'm really happy with the development of the game. I think that they've done a good job. I think that they communicate fairly well. I do wish there was a little bit more clarity in some of their messages. Like they said, they were going to just release the next version as 1.0. They were going to drop pre-alpha a couple versions ago. And I think that they're they're trying to figure out how they're going to build this whole thing, and I want them to sort of communicate in a little more regimented way for a lot of this. So, come up with your plan, then tell us what it's going to be, and try to drive the message that way. And it would create a lot less apprehension with the development of the game. That, it's not super important that they do that. It would just be nice because it would give us a much clearer message to follow. Okay, is anybody actually working? Okay, you're building the stone hut. Got it. Alright, constructor hut. Okay, so instead of letting other things get queued up, let's go ahead and throw down a water pump right there. And then we're going to throw down a well. Let's see, we're going to put the well... Oh, that's right, we can't put the well down until we have a water pump. Never mind. Or until we have a water pump, and then we can do constructor's hut. We need a distribution center as well, so we're gonna put a distribution center over here. Yep. Right, so yeah, you have to have a constructor's hut for that. So hopefully we've wedged our build schedules in here in such a way that she'll go from this stone hut to the constructor's hut to the pump to the distribution center, then maybe to the well if we can get in fast enough. I think everybody's got water. Are you going to get a drink now from the water? So one thing I don't understand is why does it have to come from a pump and a well? Why can't they just go slurp it out of the ground, out of the water here? I know it would be gross, but, you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, you're all grown up. Well, you know what? That's fantastic. I have a free worker. You are going to gather food. Go gather food. Okay. You are delivering wood? What are you doing? What did you do? What are you're gathering wood. Okay. So that doesn't have anything it needs. That doesn't have anything it needs. This is almost done. Yeah, Monaho, you kick ass. Come on, hit it. Hit it and quit it. Yep, there we go. We use more water than our pumps can put out. That's because our pump hasn't been built yet. Probably should have prioritized the pump since it doesn't need a constructor's hut. Since it doesn't need a constructor's hut, but I didn't. And I don't know if you can abort buildings without breaking anything, so we're just going to let that happen. Well, I've got plenty of stone for all this, so that should be good. So yeah, I think that they're developing well. I think that they have a plan, and I think that if they execute this plan properly, it will be a good plan. I also think that they run the risk of losing public interest if they don't focus properly on producing the game and releasing interesting updates. So these these minor updates that we had where they we added clothing and stuff like that aren't interesting enough from a gameplay level to really capture everybody's attention for long. An update where they add a water mechanic, on the other hand, will. So if they could continue to push out updates that will drive people to play the game every month, then they can string it along long enough to release a fully functional game. And I think that would be hard to do, but I think they could do it. I think they have enough of a plan, and hopefully they're developing fast enough that they can do that. The other thing that I hope that they do is they get the save and load system up sooner rather than later. If they go 0.08 or 9 before they implement it, that'd be fine, but I don't think they should wait to 0.1, unless 0.1 is going to be here in the next month or so. because we really need the ability to play this game over a long period of time, really just stretch the systems and see how big you can make your civilization and what you can do to really, really dominate this teeny tiny planet. If they do that, well, things change then, don't they? Because, once you get to the point where you have a civilization that spans the entire planet, even in Stone Age, it's really interesting. I mean, look at villagers. Villagers, you don't progress beyond the feudal era, but you do all sorts of interesting, fun things in that game. So, it's not necessarily about going to space or changing technologies or eras. It's about accomplishing goals and seeing new things, I think. Okay, so the constructor hut is done. And we need somebody to do constructor hut stuff. Monaho, you get it upgrade. Congratulations. Oh, they're too small and squishy to be put to work just yet. Well, you lazy bastard. So yeah, I think that that it shows a lot of promise. And that's pretty much all I'll say on that. And the next thing we're going to talk about is we got into a discussion about planet size. Because they say size isn't everything. But when it comes to your planet, I think it is. There's two schools of thought, really. A larger planet and scaled down nuggets. So that the nuggets aren't, roughly the size of a tree, which is what we see here. And larger planet so that we have more room. And then there's the other school of thought, which is this planet size is fine as long as you can leave the planet relatively quickly, because you're going to run out of space and resources fairly quickly. And in between that school of thought, there's the idea of interacting with interstellar races who come in and they kind of check out what you're doing and maybe attack or abduct people, which I think would be a little freaking cool, and they should have that no matter what they do. Now, I believe the developers have stated that they're going to change the size of the planets to be a little bit bigger, which I think is fine, and, I would like to see, personally, a larger planet, but with more interstellar interactivity. Of course, this is all late game stuff. We don't want any of this implemented until they're ready to start in on, well, let's get the water up real quick. Until we're ready to start in on the construction or the expansion of eras, because we don't want a situation where we have, all this cool stuff happening, but no progress beyond the eras. Okay, hold on. We need another pump scheduled up over here if we can. Put one there. And we could put one there. Okay. Yeah, we can handle that. That's well within our range. So we know where we're going with our pump. So, stuff like that you have to consider and you have to pay attention to, and I think we could do that. I think we can really focus on that and get there, as long as the developers kind of take into account what people want. I kind of lost focus for a second there. Anyways, so if they're going to keep the planet this size, they have to change the rate at which you grow. You have to speed it up, because we're going to run out of everything very quickly on this planet size once you start throwing in cities and hunting for oil and trying to go to space. And I think that they're going to actually increase the size of the planets in order to kind of head that off. I don't think they know what size the planet actually needs to be yet. I think that they're still working on that, mostly because we don't have the ability to see what happens when you go to the next era. And without that, you kind of can't know until you get there, I know I'm a bit rambly. I apologize for that. There's a lot of thoughts going on. A lot of stuff I gotta remember that I talked about in the last episode, talk about in this episode. I think that's it. Okay, let's build a food stash over here by the trees. Yep. Let's build a wood stash right back there. And let's build a stone stash. I don't really know where I'd build a stone stash. Stone stash could go there. Hopefully it doesn't take out too many fruit trees. We also need to build farms. We need to have farmers. Farmers are very important. Okay, they're thirsty. I'm really hoping they're going to build this well next. And I need somebody to work in the distribution center, because once you get somebody in the distribution center, they'll deliver supplies to build sites for you, which I think is going to be awesome. Ode is so thirsty. Yeah, that's not good. Do I have 2 quarrymen? I do. You're mating, so you get a new job. Congratulations! I wish I could assign priority, because the stone hut was built. I don't really care about the stone hut. I really need that to be built. Okay, everybody's getting on that, which is good. Yeah. We really need everybody on that. Okay, so it's got that. We just need the stone, which we can get going. Guys, where's the stone? Where is our stone resource? Oh, it's way the hell over here. Yeah, we really need that centralized stone gathering section because, damn, we have to go a long way to get that. Alright, there's the wood we need. There's the half the stone we need. Food distribution is up and ready. Room temperature food. See, they're already putting in the mechanics for refrigeration requirements, which I think is awesome. You could see that they're putting in the foundations of everything you need to have a really cool game. We have refrigeration requirements. We have water requirements. Look at this. This is our water. Water remaining in the lake out of 10,000 gallons. That's awesome. The amount of water we actually use versus what is output, which is also awesome. Yay! Now everybody can get a drink. Yes, I know. We have another pump over there. But, you know, you just have to do what you gotta do. Hopefully they start building that pump soon. We've got 2 people already on it, so there you go. Do I have any free workers? I do. You're now a stash house worker. We don't have any research menu yet, by the way. Yeah, I was saying something about the foundations for an awesome game, and we have that. You know, our reservoirs have the ability to get too cold, which I think is really cool. We need a farm. So I'm going to put this farm out here so that I have room to expand my farms. I got into a situation yesterday where I couldn't actually expand the farms because I put them all in the same spot. They're way too close to trees and other things, and that sucked. Okay, that has almost all the stone they need. They are putting this wood hut or distribution center together, which is great. And they're going to build the wood distribution center next, which is going to be, or the stone distribution center, which is going to be great. God powers, we can't pick things up. Like we used to be able to, I think, pick things up whenever we had put a building down, we could move things out of the way. I don't think that we can do that anymore. They said that they had removed that. Let's see, can I pick that up? I can pick up a cactus. I picked up a cactus. Plop, plop, cactus. Drop the cactus. So they added the sound effect for when you pick stuff up. That may have been in there before and I never heard it, but there you go. We're going to throw a cactus over in this one too. Wow. Once you pick something up, it still takes it out of the game. Nuggets cannot interact with things that you have picked up. That's okay though. Oh, get out of the way, clouds. Again, they're still working on a lot of this stuff, so that is okay. So they need stone for that. Wood doesn't have anything in it. We don't have any food there either. Don't want to cook? Too bad. It's 45 degrees almost. That sucks. Does it change the message? No, it just changes the message periodically. So buildings take water, by the way. So like this building has a water consumption of 2. I think they all take 2. Which is just, they haven't really gotten into the development of it all yet. Nope, that takes 1. So I was wrong. Okay, do I have free workers? I do have free workers. Okay, we need you and you, and then we're gonna have 2 farmers. And I do need some more people working in the stash house. So we'll see how long it takes them to get the farm up. Our water consumption is okay, but we're gonna quickly outpace that. And we don't want to drain this lake too quickly. So we're going to have another pump put in over here. Stop it. Get out there. Guess that's the only place I can put it in that one. Okay, and then we're also going to have a reservoir or 2 put in. For if we run out of water, we can take care of that. Oh, you're putting a stone hut there? Well, that's okay, I guess. Yay, we've started gathering wood. That has almost all the stone it needs. That's excellent. Now that they're doing that, we can then have a much shorter walk for everything, although we do have a shit ton of wood around. So, there is that. Are we delivering it? Where are we delivering that? We have all the wood we need there. Delivering it to here. So as you can see, I think she is a courier, right? Yeah, so she's going to run around from the distribution center and deliver supplies that we need to places, which means our construction people don't necessarily have to do that. So once we can get all the stone gathered up, the couriers will run around and deposit things at construction sites, allowing us to grow even more quickly, which I think is just a fucking awesome feature. That's great. It speeds everything up. And it's wonderful. Also, I've tried automating I tried managing it. It's not worth it. So we're just going to let that go. We're just going to let them mate automatically. Okay. So we've got plenty of food. We have an eatery, which we can build, which we will probably do after the farm is built. The eatery... What are you doing? Why are you stuck? You're stuck. You're idle. Oh, do you not have a job? I bet you don't have a job. We're gonna give 2 more people jobs. And we're gonna give some more people jobs. Because you know what? Assign a worker. Assign a worker. Because we can always reassign people. Or have more babies. Research to unlock. Okay, so there's some research locked stuff. Everybody is idling. I don't... Okay, never mind. We're back. I think the AI kind of broke for a minute there. Everybody idled a little bit longer than I felt comfortable with. But that's okay. Maybe. And apparently we don't have any more children. So yeah, the game still has its bugs. They still have the bugs, but that's okay. We can work around the bugs. That has everything it needs. That has everything it needs. That is getting the stone that it needs. Has any stone been delivered to the center? No. Wood is there. Food is there. People are banging. That has stone that it needs. Now we're having just babies everywhere. We're gonna have a little bit of a baby explosion. Chuno was born! They have no idea what they're getting into. I love these new messages. These messages are awesome. We are quickly approaching the amount of output that we have with our 2 pumps. So you see how quickly that goes from, it's okay, to, oh, it's not. Oh, good, we got wood there. That's fantastic. So I can build more of those. That's kind of cool. I don't think I will anytime soon. But it's good that we can. Okay. Where are we at? What are we building? That does not have the stone or the wood it needs. That has everything it needs, so that should be up on the docket next. That has everything it needs, so they'll probably wind up building that one next. Stop chopping down our food trees, asshole! Ah. Cupid is working his magic on a Tobo. I hadn't seen that one yet. That's hilarious. Somebody's gonna get lucky. Yeah. Okay, so that is being filled up, which is good. That message wasn't really there, and that needs more stone. Can we get this farm up and running, please? Where the fuck are my builders at? Seriously, where did my builders go? Oh, they're building over here. You don't even have the wood for it. How are you building it? Excuse me? How are you building this? There's no wood. Okay, we built that, but we didn't spend any wood on it. That's an interesting bug I hadn't seen before. But now we're putting out enough water. Hooray! And we had a whole bunch of babies. Hooray! And we had some adults enter the adult world. Hooray! Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to add anybody else. I need to get this farm up and running so that we can build the farm. And once that farm's built, we can then, start farming. Alright, so yeah, our builder just had to walk up and start hitting that one. They didn't have to gather anything. They're going to be able to walk up and start hitting that, and they're going to be able to walk up and start hitting that, I think, because she is delivering stone there, which is awesome. So maybe I can get 2 farms up and running, and then build an eatery, and we can actually start seeing what it's like for people to eat at the eatery. That'd be kind of cool. So let's see here. No farm. They've concluded their banging. I mean nap. So we're gonna put a farm there. And we're gonna see if we can't just get 4 people to work farms. Okay, you are finishing up that house. With 3 of you, well, 2 of you are banging, the other one is hammering. Distinctly different in this situation, banging and hammering. They both achieved something, the creation of something new. So that's going to be completed. There's another stone hut for people to horizontally exercise in. There we go. So hopefully she'll just wander over there and start building the farm next. Oh, nope, looks like it's going to be the reservoir. Which is fine, because we are producing quite a bit of water, and we'll get to see what this reservoir looks like. Okay, she walked away from the reservoir. I think she's taking a break, and those 2 are coming over to work on it. Which is good. Ah, there we are. Get that shit built. Yeah. Okay, so that has all the supplies it needs. That has all the wood it needs, which means stone is coming next. Yep, there she is with some stone. Look at this reservoir. Look how cool it is. That is a really cool design. And there we go. Reservoir is up and running and filling up with water. There it go. Boop, boop, boop. I like this design. I do think they need some sort of hash mark that changes with the level, because if you look at it straight on, because of the water effect, you really can't tell exactly where the hard line is. So these ripples go all the way down, and you can't tell where the line is unless this line back here on the back wall tells you, which I don't think is a very good indicator. So I think there needs to be a little bit of a redesign, something that floats in it, like a log that floats inside of it would work. There you go, we've got a reservoir full of water. Boom. Water's done. We'll build another reservoir later. Now that we have our farm up and running, though, we're going to put the undefined person there. Do I have another undefined person? I have plenty of undefined people. You're a farmer now. I would like you to grow, what's our temperature? 9 degrees. I would like you to grow that crop and build another plot. Right there. Can I build another plot? No. I have to wait for that one to be built. So we're going to start trying to farm for our food, which I think will be just fine. Which means this needs to be built, since it has all its stuff. Okay, they're building another stone hut, which apparently literally just needed to be hammered. Oh, that's so good. It's so good. Let's see here. We're gonna put an eatery down. Oh, can I not? I can't put an eatery down. Okay. Let's see if that was just a glitch. Okay, no, I can't build the eatery for some reason. Now I'm stuck on this menu. Go away. Okay, let's go here and give them another crop. We're going to plant some gallberries. Build another farm plot right there. Okay, or right there is fine. And that was a little weird. So you can't build eateries. Okay, I thought they had fixed the eatery, but apparently not. Then we will build another reservoir. I think a reservoir over here would be okay. Sort of out of the way. Yeah, there we go. Can I put another farmer on? Nope. Okay. Well, if we get this other farm built, which they're building right now, we'll put more farmers there. Oh, look at this. We got 30 people. That's a person a minute almost. It's a pretty good rate. It's a pretty good rate. So there's another crop. And we're going to plant, some cripe. Now we need 25 more stone before I can build more plots. So you know what? We're going to increase everybody to 4 here. See if we can't get that stone set up. And we have 2 workers to go there. You. And I want you to plant yellow cress. There we go. So I need stone, like lots of stone. I think we used a ton of stone there. Yeah, we used 35 stone to build that. We've got plenty of wood. We just need stone. So I'm going to have a couple more quarrymen assigned. Yeah. I think food's okay. It's the quarrymen that aren't okay, but they have to go so far. So I think having a lot of them at once will be a good idea. Oh, look at our civilization now. It has never looked so good. Look at that. We got farms, we've got buildings, we've got water. Oh man, this game has come a long way already. It's gorgeous. Got our other reservoir up and running, which is perfect. So all we need is stone. 26 stone. Okay, we're going to build another farm plot here. And we're going to build another farm plot here. We're going to exploit that little glitch where it did not use all the stone up. Either that or we just had like a massive stone drop, which is just fine with me. Okay. How's our water? It's not bad. Let's see if we can't build another pump. Oh, we're out of food. Well, Obviously, our food numbers lie. Yes. Okay. What? Wait, why are we out of food? We have 112 fucking food stored there. All your food be frozen. Oh. Well, I don't have an epicenter, or I don't have the ability to build an eatery. I've got more than the wood and stone I need, so I don't know what's going on there. But if all my food's frozen and I can't cook it, well, everybody's gonna starve to death because that's just the way that shit happens. Go get something that's not frozen off the vine, I guess. Alright, let's build another one there. Let's choose some planting. How are you thirsty? There's all sorts of water. Okay, go. That's starting to fall apart. They're starting to potato out on me. Okay, let's get some swamp melon going there. Okay. Alright, going. -3 degrees, huh? Well, spring's coming. We'll be there shortly. Is the water frozen over? I don't even think it can freeze over. So just open your mouth and look up. It's raining. We'll be fine. Okay, now we've got 56 stone. We've got some stuff withering, which is always nice. We can't put any more farmers in. They did change the farmer menu, so it doesn't look as good as it used to, which is sad. We're ready to harvest this. Are you guys going to harvest it, or are you going to just let it wither? I think you're just going to let it wither, aren't you? And I apparently zoomed way the fuck out. That's okay. We're going to zoom right back in on it and build there. Okay, so we have a bunch of people who aren't working, so we're going to increase everybody there. Actually, we're going to... Okay, game. Alright, yeah, we'll zoom way in. We're going to put food gatherers way up on the list. I'm starting to have a little bit of a hard time getting on. We're hitting some walls, I think, with how much is going on. But man, this looks awesome, doesn't it? Well, except for this fucking cloud. Get out of the way, cloud! I'm trying to admire my civilization! Goddamn weather. Okay, did we get the other... We built the other pump. And we have, what, 2 reservoirs filling with water? Sort of. That one never actually filled up with water. That's kind of scary. Okay, and you need a crop for planting, so we're gonna put gallberry back. There we go. So we've just had our first successful harvest of crops. That's kind of awesome. And we have swamp melon for you. Guess we're gonna double down on that good old swamp melon. And we probably need to put another farm out, since we're running out of these fruit trees. So let's go ahead and build another farm. Okay, there's a farm right there. Yes. Okay, and then can we build an eatery, please? No. I don't know if they're not implemented or not. If you guys know if the eatery is implemented, let me know, because that'd be good to know. I can't close that menu, can I? Nope. So the UI still has some paths that aren't working. So sudden yet so predictable. Somebody died. Well, they were very old. What did they die from? We don't know. We can't tell. Are you the dead guy? No. I don't know. They are working on putting cemeteries back in. So, when the cemeteries are implemented, if you don't build one and you don't police the dead bodies, diseases and unhappiness will spread through your people, like it does in real life. Isn't that awesome? I think that's awesome. I think that's an awesome feature. Do we have food stored here? Yeah, we have food stored there. I asked that because we're losing a lot of food storage there. No. Yep, you're dead. Why are you still taking up a work slot when you're dead? You shouldn't be doing that. Okay, anybody idle? Yeah, you. Okay. So nothing's full. I guess that's good. Like I died and took up a work spot. Do we have other people that are dead that are just taking up work spots? I think that was our first death. Which, you know, is just awesome in of itself. How about you? You guys are growing, nothing for you to do. You guys are growing, nothing for you to do. Our water usage is fine. That is 100% full. So, yeah. We're kind of set. As long as we can feed these people, they're good to go. We got a massive amount of trees chopped down. Like, I'm surprised the wood storage isn't full. It's almost full. It's definitely a lot of trees. Okay, so that's getting the stone it needs. I guess I should build a couple more reservoirs. Just to get in the habit of building them, because we're going to run out of water soon. Can I shift click and build multiples? No. No, I cannot. So we're just gonna put a ring of reservoirs, a ring of water. Sort of like a ring of steel, but made out of water. So it's not so much something that will protect you as it is something that will dethirstify you. We're gonna pick this tree up. Get out of here, tree. Tree. There you go. Come on. Come on. Tree, I'm trying to click on you. I can't click the tree. That's not a tree I can manipulate. Never mind. How you guys doing? You guys are doing good. You guys are doing good. Wish we could have more farmers. That'd be good. I don't know why it's snowing when it's like... Oh, it's 0 degrees out. It's still winter. Ha! That's why it's snowing. Got it. Alright, so this should give us all the water we need. At least for now. We are at 36 people, counting the children. That's crazy. That's crazy awesome. Wow. Okay, well let's see how many more we can get in the next 20 minutes or so. And then we'll wrap this episode up. I will say this is going to be much longer than the episode was yesterday. That was going to be a short episode, and then I was going to do another one on Wednesday. Since I wasn't able to use the one yesterday and record one for Wednesday today, we're just going to have one episode, and it's going to drop, right after I get done editing it. Basically, it will go up. So, there we go. We're just dominating this planet. Look at this shit. Is this full yet? Wood stash is almost to capacity, but we'll build a new one. Put a wood stash there. Yeah. Just let them go. Build that stash! Build that stash! Alright, so we're getting this farm almost done. 20% more. And they are delivering everything we need to this stone hut. Or to this reservoir. We're building that reservoir already. Look at it go. Oh, you guys are awesome. And so basically, I'm going to focus on getting pumps put down so that we can just pump all the water out of the lake and into reservoirs. How about that? So let's see, where can I put another pump? Can I put one there? Okay, I'll put one there. I'll just go straight into the reservoir. So that reservoir is done. There you go. Are these frozen? Are they actually freezing? That's crazy. When is it going to be summertime? Why has this stopped? I don't know. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know what's going on with our reservoirs here. I don't know why the year is stuck. Like we're stuck at winter time. So that kind of sucks. But we can deal with it. We're fine. Everybody's happy and fine. And we don't have any people that aren't occupied. I think time has stopped. And I can't sort by occupation apparently. Okay. Choose a different one. Go away. Okay, I do have somebody that's undefined. Can I please have that person? You won't let me sort by it. No, I can't. Oh, the game is broken. The game has broken. We can no longer change things. This game is now set on its path, and it shall never, ever waver. Okay, so they have just a little bit of water in them, but we're not filling it up anymore. We're stuck at year 0. Current year, 21. So it's like 21 years, and then we're done. That's a little disappointing. You know, I've got these workers that I would like to put to work. Alright, yeah, we'll put you there. We'll have you build some yellow crests and a farm plot. And then I guess we'll pull another worker, a quarryman. And I said yellow crest, please. You're building that. And then we'll go in here. Okay, yeah, so we have enough people for all that. Barely. We're stuck again. Everybody stopped. Why have you stopped? Oh, you're drinking. Okay. You look so sad. Alright, but we're still stuck at year 0. I don't know what's going on there. Well, that's where like this is like the last day of the new year or something. This month has been going on for a really long time. Current season temperature. What is this number? Alright, well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. Got 8 more minutes. That should be like a day or so. Okay, you're almost done with that, it looks like. I can't tell. I can't actually see what your construction progress is. Locked plot requirements. 0 status. Yeah, see, look, all the timers have stopped on the growing. So as much as the game's running, the game isn't actually running. We have now stopped in time. Oh, that's really interesting. Okay, so I mean, I don't understand. Are we now locked in time forever? But I was doing so well. I think we're just going to make babies, and those babies will never grow up, and it's like fucking Never Neverland. Or are these people going to be perpetually stuck in banging mode? Let's see if they finish. I think they're going to be stuck in bang mode forever. Because the game has just decided that it's not going to run anymore. Oh man, that'd be one of the most magical and worst ways to die right there. It's just forever banging. So they're going to forever build this one plot that's already built. They are going to forever wait for this 11 seconds to finish. These guys are going to forever build houses that are no longer going to be needed. And we're never going to run out of water. These guys are going to drink forever. It has become purgatory. Everybody's going to do what they were doing at the end of time forever. That's funny. A little bit sad because we were doing so well, but funny. Okay, chopping a tree down. We're chopping food down. Well, we don't have the ability to farm anymore. Okay. Well, that's an interesting decision in light of this new evidence that we are now in purgatory. Oh man, that's too funny. Look, they're still banging. Hey, you know what? Bang on, friends. Bang on. What are you guys doing? Are you the quarry people? Oh, you're food gatherers. Oh man, you guys are going fucking far. Far and wide for food. That's never a good sign. Alright. We're coming back. They are still banging. Look at the clock. The clock is going backwards. Look at that. What the hell? Are we going backwards in time? Wait a second. Oh, it changes with my time zone. Okay. That's interesting. Look, it's 3 a.m. here. That's hilarious. I never noticed that. So that time is not local time, that's camera time. Okay. Alright, I can dig it. Has the planet stopped spinning though, because it is still, like, forever nighttime here. I don't know. It's now 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Are we able to farm now? Have our farm started producing again? No. Okay. Well, a new day is dawned, and these people are still banging, and those plants are still growing. Oh, you poor, poor bastards. Your bits are gonna fall off. They're just gonna fall off. Ah, I do not envy that. Well, there we go. What a weird way to end this episode. Everything is basically stopped progressing. We are building more and more awesome things and expanding, and yet still locked in time and space. In space and time. We're stuck. We're stuck at 36 pop, even though these people are forever banging. What if I turn automating off? Well, I guess that mating clock is probably frozen with everything else. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry it wasn't up at my normal time. I'm sorry it wasn't up sooner. We had a problem where I recorded really late and then it did not record the episode, so we got stuck. I hope that it recorded this time. If it didn't, you won't be seeing any of this anyways. But here we go. Stuck in time, and it's a really cool looking civilization. Let's see if we can zoom out without a cloud getting in the fucking way. Here it is. This is what we managed to build, which I will say looks fucking awesome. Alright, so that is a plus. That is a really, really cool civilization. So welcome to 0.07. We'll be seeing this one again, so we have some more stuff to explore. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. If you have any comments, suggestions, throw them down in the comment section below. And of course, if you enjoyed this and you haven't subscribed, consider clicking that good old subscribe button, and YouTube will let you know when I get fresh content out. All that being said, I'll see you next time.